chilling sound effect. Dark screen. Welcome to a journey through the most horrifying and creepy houses in the USA. Stay with us if you dare. Today we're diving deep into the history of the most haunted, most terrifying places in America. I'm talking cold spots, weird vibes, things going bump in the night. Are you ready? I don't know if I am, but let's do it. First up, we've got the OG of haunted houses, the Amityville Horror House. This place was the scene of a gruesome mass murder, and the family that moved in after? They only lasted 28 days before they hightailed it out of there, claiming the house was straight up possessed. They said they saw demonic eyes peering at them from the darkness, felt ice-cold hands touching them, even smelled strange odors that just wouldn't quit. The Lutz family said the house was like a living nightmare. They even brought in a priest to bless the house, and he felt an evil presence, like something was trying to push him down the stairs. People have reported seeing red glowing eyes in the windows of the house, even after it was remodeled and new families tried to live there. It's like whatever happened in that house, it left a stain, a darkness that just won't go away. It makes you wonder what really happened in that house. And what is it about that place that attracts so much darkness? Next up is the Winchester Mystery House. This place is like a haunted labyrinth, full of dead ends, secret passageways and stairs that lead to nowhere. Sarah Winchester, the widow of the Winchester rifle magnate, was told by a psychic that she was cursed by the spirits of those killed by her husband's rifles. The psychic said the only way to appease the spirits was to keep building on her house, 24/7, 365 days a year. So, for 38 years, construction never stopped. They added rooms, tore down rooms, built staircases that led to ceilings, doors that opened to brick walls. Visitors and caretakers have reported seeing strange shadows, hearing footsteps in the middle of the night, and feeling cold spots in certain rooms. They say Sarah is still there, wandering the halls looking for peace but never finding it. This house is like a puzzle box, full of secrets and mysteries. It makes you wonder, what was Sarah Winchester really running from, and what will happen to the house now that she's gone? This next one is straight out of a true crime documentary, the Lizzie Borden house. In 1892, Andrew and Abby Borden were found brutally murdered in their home. Their daughter Lizzie was the prime suspect, but she was acquitted. Now, imagine spending the night in the very house where those murders took place. People have reported hearing footsteps in the middle of the night, doors opening and closing on their own, and even seeing apparitions of a young woman who looks suspiciously like Lizzie herself. They say the house is still haunted by the spirits of Andrew and Abby Borden, seeking justice for their untimely deaths. Some say Lizzie's spirit is there too, forever linked to the crime she may or may not have committed. It makes you wonder what really happened that fateful day in 1892. And will the truth ever be revealed? Get ready for some Southern Gothic horror because we're heading down to Louisiana to the Myrtles Plantation. This grand old mansion has a dark history, filled with tales of love, betrayal, and murder. Legend has it that the plantation is haunted by at least 12 ghosts, including a former slave named Chloe who was hanged for poisoning her master's family. Visitors have reported seeing children peering out from the windows, hearing whispers in the dead of night, and feeling an oppressive, heavy presence in certain rooms. One of the most famous stories is that of a young girl who died on the property. They say she can be seen playing in the gardens, her laughter echoing through the air, but when you get closer, she vanishes into thin air. This house is like a time capsule, preserving the secrets and tragedies of the Old South. It makes you wonder, what really happened within those walls? And what is it about this place that draws so many lost souls to its grounds? Hold on to your hats, guys, because this next one is not for the faint of heart. The Villisca Axe Murder House. In 1912, an entire family, along with 2 young guests, were brutally murdered in their beds in this quiet Iowa town. The killer was never found. Visitors have reported feeling a sense of dread as soon as they step inside, like they're being watched by unseen eyes. They say the house is still haunted by the spirits of the murdered family, their cries for help echoing through the empty rooms. People have reported seeing objects move on their own, hearing whispers and footsteps, and even feeling cold spots in the exact locations where the bodies were found. It makes you wonder, what drove someone to commit such a heinous act, and will the victims ever find peace? We're heading to sunny San Diego, but don't let the sunshine fool you. The Whaley House is considered one of the most haunted houses in America. Built on land that was once a graveyard, this house has seen its fair share of tragedy. Visitors have reported seeing the ghost of Yankee Jim Robinson, a thief who was hanged on the property before the house was even built. Others have reported seeing the ghost of Thomas Whaley himself, the original owner of the house, wandering the halls in his old age. Imagine walking through those halls, the scent of old wood and dust filling your nostrils, and suddenly, you catch a glimpse of a shadowy figure out of the corner of your eye. You turn, but there's no one there. It makes you wonder, what is it like to be a ghost, tethered to this world by unfinished business or a longing for the past? Get ready for some chills because we're heading to the heart of New Orleans' French Quarter, to the Lalaurie Mansion. This house is infamous for its connection to Madame Delphine Lalaurie, a wealthy socialite with a dark secret. Behind the mansion's elegant facade, Madame Lalaurie was conducting horrific experiments on her slaves, torturing them in ways that are too gruesome to even mention here. When her crimes were discovered, she fled the city, and the house was left abandoned. To this day, the Lalaurie Mansion is considered one of the most haunted places in New Orleans. Visitors have reported hearing screams and moans coming from the attic, where Madame Lalaurie kept her victims. They say the spirits of those tortured souls still haunt the house, seeking revenge for the horrors they endured. People have reported seeing shadowy figures lurking in the windows, feeling cold spots, and even being touched by unseen hands. It makes you wonder what drives a person to commit such unspeakable acts, and can a place ever truly be cleansed of such evil? Hold on tight, guys, because we're going deep into the heart of Tennessee, to the Bell Witch Cave. This cave is said to be haunted by the spirit of the Bell Witch, a malevolent entity that tormented a pioneer family in the early 1800s. Legend has it that the witch, known as Kate, was a vengeful spirit who targeted John Bell, the patriarch of the family. She scratched him, pulled his hair, and even spoke to him in a disembodied voice, driving him to the brink of madness. To this day, people claim that the Bell Witch still haunts the cave and the surrounding woods. Visitors have reported hearing strange noises, feeling cold spots, and even seeing apparitions of a shadowy figure that resembles the descriptions of the witch. Imagine standing in that cave, the darkness pressing in around you, and suddenly, you hear a whisper close to your ear. It makes you wonder, what is the nature of evil? And can we ever truly escape the darkness that surrounds us? Get ready for some witchy vibes because we're heading to Salem, Massachusetts, to the Joshua Ward House. Built in 1784, this house has a dark connection to the Salem witch trials. The original owner, Sheriff George Corwin, was responsible for the arrest and imprisonment of many accused witches during the trials. Some say the spirits of those wrongly accused still haunt the house, seeking justice for the horrors they endured. Visitors have reported seeing apparitions of women in period clothing, hearing whispers and footsteps, and feeling a sense of dread and unease within the house's walls. It makes you wonder, what is the price of our mistakes? And can we ever truly atone for the sins of the past? We're wrapping up our tour in Cleveland, Ohio, with Franklin Castle, a towering Victorian mansion with a tragic and terrifying past. This house has seen it all: unexplained deaths, suicides, and even rumors of a hidden chamber where the owner, Hannes Tiedemann, may have murdered his mistress. After Tiedemann's death, the house was abandoned and fell into disrepair. People reported seeing shadowy figures in the windows, hearing screams and moans, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. Today, Franklin Castle is a shell of its former glory, a testament to the destructive power of time and tragedy. It's a reminder that even in death, some stories refuse to stay buried. Thanks for joining us on this spine-chilling tour. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more terrifying tales. What did you guys think? Which house was the scariest? Let me know in the comments below. And hey, if you're feeling brave, maybe you should pay one of these haunted houses a visit yourself. Just don't say I didn't warn you.